All right. So, when we are talking about the forex market, one thing comes to mind that there is a lot of money to be made in the forex market. But as much as there is a lot of money to make in the forex market, we should also know that there is a lot of money to be lost to the forex market. While you make money in the forex market, other people lose their money to the forex market. And when you lose to the forex market, there are some other people who make money on the forex market, and it is the normal cycle of money that when money leaves someone's hand, it gets to another person's hand. It is what we know, and throughout the world, according to the 20% rule or so, about 20% of the about 80% of the world's wealth is only distributed, or it is only in hands of about 20% of people. You get, and in the forex market too, it works that way. Just that the statistics is just a little bit different in the sense that over 90% of traders lose their money to the forex market. The forex market is designed in such a way that you just have to lose your money to it. It is designed to make you feel. Though you may think that you may feel like, okay, out of the over $6 trillion that is being traded in the forex market, you can take out, let me say, $1 million. You can, if you want to take out $1,000, you want to take out any amount that you desire. But also have it at the back of your mind that as much as you desire to make this money, you can also lose this amount of money. This money that you want to make, some other people are losing it to you. Now, how do you stay profitable in the forex market? Well, we've established that forex market is rigged and is designed to make you fail. By it designed, designed to make you fail, it means that you will lose to the forex market. Now, how do you not lose to the forex market, or how do you win in the forex market? The only thing that I can say about that is that you have to understand the market. You have to understand how this market works. You have to understand that this money that you want to make in the forex market is being punched into the market by some set of people. Now, as you are depositing into your forex market, your forex account, there are millions of other people that are also doing the same thing. Not everyone will make money from the market. Now, there are some people that we call the market makers, all the big boys. Different people call them different names, but then we will call them the market makers. Why do we call them the market makers? It is simply for the reason that these people have extremely large equity to move the market to their desired direction. They may decide to sell markets when the whole world is buying the market. They may decide to buy the market when the whole world is selling the market. So you have to understand how these people move the market in these ways. Now, the advantage that they have over us, over the retail world. I mean, we are talking about the market makers and the retailers. We are the retailers. Now, the advantage that they have over the retailers is that they know where large volumes are seated in the forex market. They know where large volumes are in the market. You get, so when they see that there's a lot of volume sitting in a particular area, what they do is that they trade against people that are that have their money seated in a particular area. They trade against these people, then those people lose to them while they pocket their money. Now, like I was saying, I said that over 90% of traders lose their money in the forex market. It doesn't mean that retailers don't make money in the forex market. It just means that they lose more than they make money in the forex market. Now, talking about the 10% of people who are consistent with making money in the forex market. There are some people who make money, but they are not consistent with making money. So they are not consistent with making money. I'm coming. Okay. So now for us to be among the 10% of people, or the lesser than the 10% of people who make money in the forex market, we have to understand this market. Now, there's something that we call the market maker cycle. The market maker cycle is the way that we understand or that we believe that the market moves. And this is what we see on our charts. Every time we open our charts to place our trade based on price action, price price prints on our charts. When we see our candlesticks, I see this, then I expect this. I see something, I see another thing that follows, then I expect another thing to happen. This is how this thing works. Now, for the whole of retail for the whole of retail traders, they see different things on their charts. In fact, even including the market makers. But then everyone sees different things on their chart, and they kind of attack the market based on different strategies. Now, I am of the opinion that a lot of strategies work in the forex market, but you just have to like perfect the one that you want to use. You have to perfect it and have your rules to trading these strategies. Once you have your rules, you perfected the strategy, then you have to be disciplined. If I don't keep this thing, I am not trading. I do not want to trade during this time to this time. I only want to trade from this time to this time. That is your own way of disciplining yourself. I want to trade this PS. I don't want to trade this one. This is what I'll be doing every time I check my chart. These are the things that I want to look for. These are the things that will help me to be profitable in the forex market. Not just that you go to the market and you see that, oh, this is a good setup, but then my confluence are not complete, my entry figures are not completed yet. Then you decide to just go into that market like that. It doesn't work that way. That is a very fast way to lose your money to the market. So you have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined. Like it should be the number one thing that you consider after the knowledge. Okay, let me say the number two, you acquire the knowledge, but then you have to be disciplined about the knowledge. Now, talking about how to be profitable using the BTMM strategy. The BTMM strategy is the strategy that we use to trade in the forex market. So we see market movement moving in a particular pattern. There's a pattern that we follow, which is what the M, the A, then the W pattern. This is what we know as the market maker's cycle. This is what we see as the market maker's cycle, MM cycle.
Please, could you take that again? Sorry. Please, could you take that again, just to be sure I heard you correctly?
I said that the way we view our chart, from this perspective of what we understand by the market maker's cycle. And this cycle, this cycle is like this. It is like this. We have the M. We have the M, then we have the A, then we have the what? A, then we have what? W, which is what? M.
AAW.
A, W. Now, this is just like a template. This is a template that we follow. Now, on your chart, it won't come as just MAAW. Sometimes you see it as MAAW, but then it is not every time that you see this appear as MAAW. You understand? So sometimes you may have it this way. Let's say this is M, and you may have it this way. Have it this way. You get, and so the market will not move from a particular direction. It will move from a particular area rather for some time. Then to break away from that area, it will consolidate again. For some time, then they break out of that area, then they form your W. But then this AAW just helps us to know that okay, when we've seen M, we expect what to happen? A. Then you expect another A, then you expect what? This to happen, W to happen. Now, this MAAW is for what? It's for a downward market. It's for a downtrend market. So the other one for an uptrend market is what? W, V, V, then M. W, W, V, V, M. So once we have W, you expect what to happen? You expect V to happen. When we see V, you expect what? Another V, then we expect what? Peak formation to happen. You understand? Now, this is written out. This should be written as
Yeah.
what? W, V, V, M. This is for what? This is for an uptrend market. Now, labeling this MAAW, WBBM, this is how we label it. This area, this W area is known as our peak formation low, PFL, peak formation low. It's known as our peak formation low area. Now, from this area, from this W, from this second leg of W to this area, it is known as our level 1. Level 1. Now, from this area to this area, it is known as our level 2. L2. Now, from this area to this area is known as our what? Level 3. L3. I hope you are getting it.
Yes, yes.
All right. So it means that we have to see 3 levels of either rise or drop, depending on the trend that we are in. If we are in an uptrend, we'll be expecting market to give us 3 levels to the top. You get from peak formation low to peak formation high. We'll be expecting 3 levels to happen. So when we see level 1, we expect level 2. When we see level 2, we expect level 3 to happen before we reverse that trend, before we expect the reversal of that trend. I hope you are with me.
Yes, yes.
It is also the same thing for a downward market. It's also the same thing for a downward market. Now, if we have what M, we expect what A to happen, then we expect what A to happen, then we expect the last W. Now, this area is known as our what? Peak formation high. PFH. Peak formation H. Now, from our peak formation H, peak formation high to this area is known as what? Should be what? Level 1. Level 1. Now, from here to here will be what? Our level 2. Now, from this area to this area is known as our what? Level 3.
Level 3.
So that is the complete market maker cycle. So when we have Well, we have level 1, we have level 2, and we have level 3. What do we expect? The reversal of that is very, very imminent. Do you get this point?
Yes, boss.
Yeah. All right. Now, this is how the market maker cycle is like. M A A W, then W V V, then M. Level 1, level 2, and what? Level 3, right? Level 3 for a previous cycle is the level 1 for another cycle. You can see then this one starts with what? Level 1, this one level 2, then level. Clear? Peak formation high, PFH,
Yes,
right? PFH, and peak formation low, PFL, right?
Yeah.
And peak formation low. So these are the things that we see on our chart that helps us to predict what market is likely going to do. You understand? Now, level counting can be a struggle. It can be a struggle when you are practicing, when you're trying to understand it. You get? But the more you practice it, the better it becomes. So when you practice it well, you understand it the more. And there will be variations in this pattern. Like I said the other time, that sometimes you may be expecting MAAW to just come, but then they will not give you this. Sometimes they will just give you M and they will do this. Consolidate. It might take days for them to do this. Then after doing this, what will they do? They break out of here, they consolidate, break out of here, then give us what? Peak formation low. And also the same thing, it can be the same thing for this one too. You understand? So consolidation, second consolidation, you expect what? Peak formation low. Consolidation 1, second consolidation 2, you expect what? Peak formation high. So during this class, we'll be treating how to count levels, how to use different methods to count levels. So these methods of counting levels will help you to identify this mechanical trend. Now, let us see, let me check if I can get one or two charts to depict, to explain what I'm trying to look at. All right. Okay. Let me use GG. I think that it's clearer on GG than this one. This for this level. Now, look at this. Let me get to this is pounds JP. So look at this. They gave us a kind of W here, one kind of W that is not really a W that we are familiar with. Now they consolidated around this area, right? They did this again, right?
Yeah.
What do we expect then?
Yeah. Reversal.
That's all. You understand it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You saw this. You saw this. You saw this. So here we have what?
E W.
So it is easy for me to see this thing easily. You get, it might not be easy at first for you to, but then along the line, by the time you start practicing this thing, you will see how easy it can be. You understand? So let me see if I can see one or more charts. This one is very, very good. I want to see a very clear one for you. This one is not that, but then not bad. Okay, I see this, right? Now, see what I said the other time, that sometimes they may take a lot of time to leave a particular level. This is day one, day, second day, then third day. Then here, they give us this,
More.
and they give us this. This is what we traded it from here to here. That was yesterday. So because we have already identified three levels of drop from the previous trend. We already identified three levels of drop from the previous trend. Then we expected reversal. We got the first leg of W, second leg of W, then we entered. Then we closed it around here today. So that is how it works. If you are able to identify these things, then you will be able to trade in line with the market makers. Now, the only way to profit in the forex market is by trading in line with these people that we call the market makers. This is your free commission low. Market sector drop, rest of drop, and give you this.
For more. I need much.
You can see that kind of M that they gave us there. See this kind of W.
Yeah.
You can see it. So sometimes your W will not come as W like this. Okay, that's under variations of patterns, variations of M and W. Let us take it now. I can just cover a lot to do this. So now there are variations of M and I hope you got the examples that I just showed you.
Yes.
All right. Now there are variations of M and W. Of W patterns. We have M, then we have W. Now, sometimes our M will come this way. You can have your M perfect. Sometimes you will have your M to be like this. It is still M. Sometimes you will have your M like this. It is still M. Sometimes you will have your M like this. You can see. You can have it like this. Sometimes you may have it as A top. This way, you can see. And sometimes you can have it as shoulder, head, shoulder. The important thing to know is, the important thing about these variations is to understand them when they are forming. There are some confluences that we use to determine this M and W. But by the time we get there, it will become clearer. So this is for M patterns. These ones are for M patterns. For W patterns, you may have your W like this, perfect W. You may have it like this. 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 And you may also have it as shoulder, head, shoulder, and market to do it. So in essence, so these are the variations of patterns that we have that we may see on our chart. Okay, so when you see these things, then you confluence them with some other things that we'll teach later. And you know that, oh, this is whatever I was talking about. You understand? So I hope you got this.
Yes, boss.
All right. You can start asking your question now. We only have 10 minutes to do. Start asking your question when it comes. Now, in essence, I'm saying that we might have something like this. M, right? A, right?
W.
Or we might have something like this. M, A, W. We might have something like this. M, A, right?
Yeah.
W. We might have something like this. M, A, W, right? We might have something like this.
Yes.
M, A, W. In fact, we might even have something like this. M, right? A, then W. So the point is for you to understand that this is where I am in the market maker cycle. Once you are able to identify where you are in the market maker cycle, then you will know the direction to trade to. For example, now, market is doing this. Market is like this. You've seen M, right? Then market now pulls back like this. For retail traders, they will believe they usually believe that market will keep on going like that because market has started going up. You understand? They see market going up, then they start placing their orders. They are buying, 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 they are. So at some point, market will just pull up against them. Then they eat their money. It means that this is to say that when they trade against you or when you trade against them, you'll be losing in the forex market. Now you are trading as a retail trader, you are buying, but then they decided to sell off you. They decided to sell against you, making you lose the money that you think you made from here. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. So they trade against you. Then they start seeing, sell. You see that market is going down. They join the market. They start selling. At some point, market is going to do what? They reverse it. You understand? So they start buying again. Another set of people will come into the market. Some people will be frustrated already. Then they start hearing this first market is a scam and the likes. They say a lot of things about it because they don't understand that these people that are making their money, that are dropping their own money into the market, they also want to make money from it. So one party has to win at the end of the day. Now they start buying. At some point they will do what? Reverse against them. So again, some set of people will join again. Start joining. Some people would have made little money from it and they will leave the market. While some people will still be there buying, thinking the market will continue like that. At some point, what will they do? They reverse against them. So this idea of W and M is this. When they see that market is coming down, you see, they start piling up orders. Sell orders. If you get to a point, market makers they will pull back. You understand? So when they pull back, these people will see market as retracing. So they believe that market will still continue a downward trend. You understand? That it is just that market is just resting for that time, for that period. You understand? So when market makers get to, or when the market gets to a point, it does what? It comes down. then these people will now start filing more orders. For example, if they were on, let me say, like 1.0 size initially, they might add more positions to it, might add like another 1.0 to it, and market will start going their way, going their way, going their way. For people that are experienced in some strategies, they take off their profit when market is coming to this level, this area. But then for uninformed market traders and ignorant traders, they still believe that market will keep on going down. The market will get to a point, then reverse against them, thereby taking away the money that they thought they've made all day for like 2-3 days. They'll take it away in just a single day. You understand? So it is also the same thing for M pattern. It's also the same thing for M pattern. You see that market is going up, right? You see that market is going up. They start piling up their orders. The market gets to a point, it rests. They feel like, oh, market is just consolidating, and market is just retracing, it's just resting, it will continue an uptrend. The market gets to a point, they start reversing, they join again, pile up orders. The market gets to a point whereby it does what? It reverses against them. So this is the idea of the market makers cycle, the idea of market makers template. This is what we have to understand, that the forex market is designed to make you fail. You see that market is going to a direction, you follow it. You get to a point, in fact, for some people, it will be that point that you that you enter the market, that the market will reverse against you. Because as market is going up here, there will be some people who will open their own orders from this point exactly, and market will reverse against them from that point. So this is all we have to understand. We have to understand it perfectly. Once we understand it perfectly, then we go to some other little things, some other things. So when we understand these things, we start trading. So this is all we have for tonight. If you have questions, you may ask your questions now. Anybody? Okay, let me ask. If you understand it, say yes.
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 Okay, 2.
Yes.
All right, 3. Anifa Bilu, do you understand it?
Yes, sir. But
what?
I don't understand the last example.
The last
because
example.
my network was bad.
All right. How about Victoria? Victoria, do you understand it? I assume her network is bad or she's not here with us. How about Mary Rija? Okay.
Understood your points.
All right. So, about this last example, I said that so there are some people who will see that market is going to a particular direction, then they follow this direction, but market will get to a point where it reverses against them. Now, I said that the idea of M and W is to trap traders. It is to trap traders. So market is going up. It is going up. The retail traders, they see the market is going up. They start buying, because when the market is buying and you are buying in line with the market, you are making profit. But when the market is buying and you are selling against that market, you are losing. So if the market is selling, then you are buying against that market, you are losing. But if the market is selling and you are selling in line with the market, you are making profit. You understand? So now, market is going up. These people say that this market keeps on going up. They start buying. The market will get to a point whereby it reverses. You understand? For this people will see market as just resting. That market will continue an uptrend. While some other people, we see that market is going down, then they start selling. You understand? It should now get to a point whereby what they will continue an uptrend. That is, the market will continue an uptrend. This will start buying, pile up orders, pile up buying orders. Then to get to a point whereby what market will reverse against them. So as market reverses against them, they are what? They are losing. But for us,